everybody. My name is Pango, the OCP, and welcome to the Party42nite Insta Live Insta Views. And today we are hanging out with a very, very special person to me, of course, and also to you guys, especially people that love that African music with that African butter. She is a singer, a songwriter, a voiceover artist, and also an actress, all the way from the Eastern Cape, Port Elizabeth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the interview. Naledi Boltina. Hey! Really? How are you, babes? Wait. How are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm good. Face, beat, and no reactor. You are not in. You're not home. You're not home. You're getting some other type face beat over there.
No, actually, let me be honest with you. Today I had a shoot. So
Yeah.
Perfect. Because just in time, like you were literally just in time in terms of it's not safe. So I was like, yes, straight after my shoot. I'm doing this thing.
Right into this life. You're looking good.
Good.
You're looking good, honey. You're looking good. You're giving me that.
Thank you. Shout out to styling. Oh my goodness. They did the thing.
No, she did the thing. Welcome, baby girl. Welcome to the Party42nite Insta Live interview with myself, the OCP. Like I said, you booked and busy. You are out the country. You are hosting in Nigeria. There's a recent event you actually are about to host. What is that event about?
Well, the event is actually PG-18. In the country, there's no in between. Like, it's either you go big or you go home.
Oh, yeah.
Honey.
Yeah.
There's no in between. There's no place for mediocre here. They don't play those games.
So how is it being how different is it being in Nigeria compared to being here back home in SA?
It's much more competitive. I won't lie to you. It's far more competitive. In Nigeria, they mean business. They mean business in terms of everything. I've learned so much here. It's been a blessing in disguise. I mean, it's stressful that I'm, here and all. I miss my family, but it's been worth every moment. It's been worth every second. Yeah.
I can definitely see. I can even tell. Okay, I'm gonna give this one to you, Ned. This next 3 minutes, 4 minutes, I'm gonna give it to you. You're gonna decide what we're gonna talk about. Okay. So I have two things.
Okay.
You're either letting us into your love life, Xola, or you are letting us into your pockets. Let me. You said Kuzabalit.
Yeah, like I need to drink something.
Gear up.
Please help me.
You need to gear up, but you decide.
You know what? Just for entertainment value. Let's talk about Xola.
Okay, since you want to do it like that, let's do it like that. Okay.
Yeah, like I'm also saying Xola, right? All right, love life. Okay.
Okay, baby. You chose left. Xola. Nah.
Okay, guys. Yeah, I've heard you. Xola. Yeah, we're talking about Xola. It's so.
Xola. They want to know about your Xola life, girl. Okay. First question. Who are you dating right now? Look, Scelo, Lashem.
Wait, like, please. Oh, I've already got a reason. Who is Naledi Boltina dating right now?
Dating. Xola naboni kula top 7.
Top 7. Wait, Scelo.
Okay, I'll do. Xola nabani kula top 7.
Xola? I still never saw.
You decided to sell it. You could have chosen the pocket, but you were like Jolo, and your fans also like Jolo.
Let me be honest. When it comes to the jolling life, man, the girl is jolling her work right now.
I hate artists for always saying this. I'm married to the music.
But it's the truth though. It is the truth.
Definitely.
It is the truth. Like I've been sipping. So
okay. I almost went very deep and I was gonna be like, oh, so our jolly meaning you, but it's fine. Second,
of course, that thing scratches from time to time, but
okay. Second question. Would you get married again?
Of course.
Okay.
I still
Third question. Do you think you are romantic? And if you do, what romantic gesture have you ever displayed within the vibes of your relationship? Are you romantic, Melody?
I'm a sucker for romance. Come on.
Okay.
I think hosting you on my WhatsApp. Romance.
Telling the people about you is romance.
Besides that, I mean, love languages are different. Like, it depends on your partner, like what they are into. So, depending on my partner at the point in time, because points and times do change.
Times. Demo, you could point sometimes, but so I guess not points and times. One good number points and times, right? Okay, last question. Glenda, how do you make? How do you make?
How do I make?
Yes, how do you ask a guy out? Like, slide in the DM, comment on the status, make a journalist.
I'm making, you know what? Wait, have you seen?
Sometimes your crush is not crushing on you, and now you
like. For instance, I know where you're going with this. For instance, with Anthony Joshua, right? Anthony Joshua, crush him right now.
Hey!
I'm just putting it out there, universe. Hey!
Universe, do it for the girl.
And then,
how do you make?
So, in terms of tips, please. Hi, please do not take my tips seriously because I'm single. So maybe my tips are not for you. Normally, on a normal day, you guys don't know. I feel like this is a setup because you're my high school friend, and doing this interview with you, it's like, hey,
no, but when I did a status today, I'm like, I hope she understands. We are working here. So I may know you, but your fans don't know you. They don't know the Naledi I know, so it's fine. We can just give them a taste, not give the full thing. Just
a little bit. Just a little bit. Hanyani.
Yeah.
Like, how do I normally? I usually, like if I see you, I'm like, whoa. Somebody's parents, they knew how to put the ingredients together. Normally, like, I pretend like I'm shy.
God,
I just give you the eye, but hey, I see you.
I can't even.
Like, like, I mean, don't make the eye contact too long, because if you make it too long,
Yes, it's like you have to look at them like you're downloading their soul, like 1%, 50, 100. Download the soul.
Too much. Don't get to 50. Yeah.
So good. Download the soul. Okay, so that's how you make.
Like you'll be having a conversation with your friends or pretending to be having a conversation with your friends. Like, hi, and then you're like, and then you go back to your friend. That moment must be created, and then the rest is.
Ooh, Batum! You know what? You are Naledi Boltina. So let's get to the music. Congratulations are definitely in order. African King, featuring Ice Prince Zamani. See, you are everywhere. Ice cream mad, news reports. It's Naledi Boltina out there in the streets. Who is this African King who inspired the song? Who is this? Who's the African King? The African King can't be the music. I mean,
let's just say a certain African King inspired.
Okay, so Naledi basically ukhona umuntu one entanglement naye that inspired the song. That's this African King.
Entanglement is for rich people. Broke people should not use the word entanglement. So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use that word.
Okay, whatever. But you call the African King that inspired the song.
Relationship.
You? Oh!
Someone's son is out there.
Okay.
You know, like bringing my heart along, and I'm like, nah, I'm resisting. Should I not? We are so busy wrestling.
I see. So it's an African King that's there that inspired it. So how did it get to let me get Ice Prince on as a feature on the song? How did that now happen?
Okay, so it's a beautiful story, really. Like it was tragic and beautiful at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was locked down in Nigeria, and I was like, okay, cool. Here I am. How do I make the most out of this? Because I can't shoot the movies I was supposed to shoot. I can't do anything because there was a complete shutdown here. But they were still selling alcohol though. And like, look,
it was not like, yeah. Oh, shucks.
Yeah. They stopped selling alcohol, but in my home away from home. Can we not have that conversation right now? Later.
It's fine. Uti, you were locked down. Yes.
And then, another friend of mine, he said to me, because, I called Ice, and I'm like, oh, I'm around. And he's like, okay, cool. We should, see each other as soon as we've got time, whatever. Like, yeah, definitely. And then I was like, okay, life was doing the things. Like, life was lifing me at that point in time because lockdown began like 3 days after Nigeria. So I'm like, hey, because even with Ice, I was like, no, I'm gonna be busy, whatever. Because like Ice and I have been tied. Like we met in 2016. I was the lead lady in his music video, and then we've been in contact ever since. So I was like, okay, what must happen? Now that I locked down, and I was locked down in a different city. Like Ice was in one city and I was in another. And I'm like, okay, so now what must happen? And you couldn't travel city to city like the same way it was, let's say, South Africa. And now it was worse for me because as they would loosely put it. You know how? Yeah. So my friend up basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. What must happen now? So I called him, and he was like, what do you have in mind? I'm like, this is what I've recorded. Listen to it. Tell me how you feel about it. I'm sure you're gonna love it. And he was like, okay, cool. It's in Ndibiza, you know. And previously we had recorded something together, and our producer's system crashed, and we're like, whatever. And
Everything got moved.
God's way of saying, not now. You know?
But it's coming.
And
Yeah.
Not now, because I feel like had it been done then, it would have been different. You know? Yeah, it would have been one of those. Okay, that is delay, whatever. Okay, sharp. And then now, I feel like when it happened, because like he was like, babe, like as much as the music and whatever, like the moment you sent me African King, I listened and I loved it. So immediately he called me back. He was like, nope, we're recording this. I don't care what we're just doing the song, and that's how it happened. So he immediately got into the studio. It wasn't even up to 2 days. He sent me back in his mind at the point in time, and I was like,
Okay.
Yeah, that's how African King happened, and
And the video, because I need to say our promo video is the actual video of the song. So did it also happen?
No.
Is it not the official?
The promo video
Yes,
the video that I was the lead lady in. It's Excellence.
But,
I was the lead lady in the music video called Excellence.
So when are you?
Where that video actually was shot. Are you connecting the dots?
Now the dots are connecting. Now everything is making sense. So African King. So African King, when are we getting the music video? Because you're that side. I mean, you low-key, I feel like that's what you were shooting there. Why do I feel like that's what you were shooting?
You know what? Like I said to you, everything happens for a reason, because Excellency was shot and it had its own theme. You know? And funny enough, the theme that Excellency had was the same theme that
Yes, I think that's why I can easily just confuse it and say, because it's all about love, the whole Ungowami thing.
Definitely.
Okay.
And even with him, like with Excellency, it was a matter of he's coming to find the woman for him. That's what Excellency actually wants, you know. Well, the music video, because he travels all over the world looking for that one woman, and that one woman happens to be me.
Hey, otherwise Princess Abanguye nje Indoda izawuba. Oh. Okay. What? No. No, listen.
Well, I'm sure my mother is watching this and she's probably going to think, Ice Princess, her future son-in-law. No.
Hey, listen. We're not saying that, but if the universe allows it, I mean, Mama Kanana will be there. Okay, Naledi, listen. You gave us another hit single before that. I know fit-Milado with Milado.
The joy I feel inside of me, I know it's explainable.
Yes.
No auto-tune here, baby.
No auto-tune. Hey, flexing much. And you know what? This song really did well. It was in like the top 40 African songs charts.
And right
alongside
now, I got the news. Oh my God. I'm sitting at number fucking 1.
Wait!
Like, guess for what song? Just guess.
Which song?
I need you to be my African king.
Nani? fine. You see, this is what we want to hear. This is what we want to hear. Now, African King is doing well. I know fit-Explain also did very, very well. What was the message? What was the underlying message behind I Know fit-Explain featuring Milado?
I know fit. I know fit. Like I feel like I know fit was literally my victory song.
Okay.
I went through a really difficult and rough 2019. Like 2019 was the pits. The pits.
Pittsburgh.
I'm sure you know.
Pittsburgh.
You know that 2019 was it was one hell of a ride. And when we got into 2019, well, sorry, not 2019, 2020.
2020
years. Pandemic, rather. So when we entered pandemic, yeah. And 20 pandemic, as much as it was a pandemic, for me, it wasn't too much of a pandemic. In the sense that God was like, look, this is where I'm going to place you. Because this time last year, had you told me that this is where I would be or this is what would be happening in my life, I would have probably looked at you and said, oh, whatever, no, you're joking. You're
playing.
Yeah. So when everything happened the way it did this year, I was like, okay, God, like, what is it? Because I was promised that this year it will be,
that year.
You know, there's fulfillment, everything, you know, and then the next thing, there's a pandemic, country shut down. So, Lord, you promised me this. This is what you said in your word, you know? And I was like, okay, like I was feeling very anxious at that point in time. I was like, okay, hey, good bird, you know? But because God is God and He's good all the time.
All the time.
So I was like, I will make sure that you are.
I keep my promise.
With what I want for you. You understand what I'm saying? Because had it not been for the lockdown, I probably would have gone back to South Africa and
did what?
That would have been the end of it. Because I mean, they were going to tell me, no, lockdown, whatever. It's either you go back or you stay. I go back. I don't collaborate with Milado. I don't collaborate with Eyes. And all the other amazing artists that I've collaborated with, like SkukiVavavoom, like I've Canabia, you know.
It was definitely a blessing in disguise.
It was definitely a blessing in disguise. Certainly, I cannot deny that. And every other lesson, I mean, because this year I was like, okay, look, I'm celebrating 10 years in the industry, right? And look, in my past relationship, or my ex-marriage, I remember there were moments where I'd be going to auditions, you know? I'm also an actress, and every time you get a no, it would be a matter of, why did I
Here we go again.
Why did I waste my fuel taking you to this audition? You know? And then when it was good times, you know, and like I'll get the roles and everything, like, oh, I'm so proud of you, blah, 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 blah. You know, the industry got its moments. Like the industry has its moments. There's sometimes good, sometimes bad. And when it's good, it's good, you know? And when it's bad, it's terrible. It's not just, you know, it's not just bad. And when the time came for me to get to this point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to give it my everything. Yeah. Because even before the pandemic, I knew that coming here, you know, just applying and, you know, like opening up myself to a different country. It was like, okay, are you sure this is what you want to do? Like, you want to open yourself up to another country? Like, how about you finish with your country first? And then, like, I had those doubts.
But
from this country, so you can imagine. And I was like, screw it, you know, maybe I confused the message somewhere, somehow.
But now it's panning out to be something really, really great. So we're gonna definitely be getting visuals for African King. And then what's next for Naledi Star in terms of the music? EP, are we getting more music, features, single, album? What's going to be happening?
Okay, let me tell you something. EP. EPs are usually done by people who are new in the industry, right? It's a matter of saying, look, this is my content. So I don't think I'm dropping an EP. I've been in the game for 10 years right now, you know, and I do have content. You know what I mean? So there won't be an EP. And I know that my day ones, because you know the kind of music that I've switched to, the people that have been supporting me from day one and loving me and so on and everything, they don't understand this per se. They've accepted it. Is, you know, I feel like with most artists, truly, if you take the long route, right? Because there's shortcuts and there's the long cut. Yeah. Long cut is probably the safest way it should be done, you know? And ethically, I took the long route because of my own personal beliefs and my own ethics and so on and so forth. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put together everything that I've ever said take ethically. Now that you've noticed me 10 years later, you will receive that as an album.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll take that.
You will take that.
We'll take that any day, anytime.
Definitely, obviously, and I will add some new stuff there. Everywhere. But definitely, I will not allow what I created initially, because my music, I feel like there's a message to it. You know, and I don't want my message to get lost anywhere. I don't do music because, yes, I've got a nice voice, cool, but more than anything, I feel like music is a calling for me. And that's something that took years for my family to also understand. You know the struggles, thing. You know. You know. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm back.
Yes, she's back, like, dude. So you're also an actress. You're not just a singer, songwriter, voiceover artist. You're also an actress. I mean, we've seen you on MTV-based Sugar, Baya, The Queen, you name it. When did you actually realize that acting is also your passion?
Should I remind you?
You don't have to remind me. People don't know. People are just like, who's this nurse? It's my number.
In all honesty, let me guys tell you. Oh, George.
It's love me.
Let me tell you guys the truth, right? I was 16. I was in grade 10. I dropped accounting. I wasn't so bad at it. I left accounting. I started, like at first I was like really good with accounting, and then I realized that I want to join drama. Oh crap, my mom is watching this. But anyway, I was like, I want to join drama. And then I was like, Hello, you see, this is why your friend from high school shouldn't interview you, because
and Dr. Acting took drama.
Like, okay. I was like, flip it. No one cares. It is what it is. I stopped practicing my accounting, because you know, with maths and accounting, you need to practice.
You have to practice,
so even if you got brains and whatever, and I was like, during this period, while we are being taught accounting, drama is happening. I decided.
No, Naledi.
I don't know then what I know now. Like,
Yeah.
but like,
But
it has led me to this very moment.
yes, I was about to say that it's really like that. You don't know why. I also didn't know why I took design, why I took music, why it's all making sense now. So even with you, with the whole acting thing, you didn't know, like you were a kid. You were just like, hey, this is what makes my blood, bubble and makes my heart skip a bit. So what and it's a good thing. So now in terms of expanding on being an actress, which other roles do you now want to dabble into? Because you've dabbled a lot in being the nurse. Are you now trying to say, okay, now I'm gonna go for big characters, or for when you step out your comfort zone?
Definitely. So unfortunately in the industry there's characterization.
Okay.
So once they characterize you, immediately when they see you, they're like, oh, you are the nurse here, you are the nurse there, you are the nurse there, you're like nurse there. And then, because even if you remember, when they first saw me, I was a prostitute in Rockville. Okay, besides that, I was a lesbian on our film together. Yes, guys, Stella and I had a film together. We were the leads. I was the main lead. She was the sub lead. Yes, she was macking on me in that film, by the way. Did you tell them that? No, you didn't. Guys, the movie is called The Lilies.
You were kids. We were in high school and we liked things. I also wanted to act a bit, be the boy. Oh, wow. Okay, so is that where you realized you passionate about? Okay, never mind.
But because
so characterization,
accounting, and then I joined drama, and then I ended up in high school with a distinction in drama and everything. So.
Okay.
No thanks.
So now, in terms of you were saying in the industry, there's too much categorization because every time they see you at casting, they're thinking the nurse on this.
Type you, because whenever you send your references, because obviously because look, as much as we go to auditions, auditions. I've learned that auditions are a waste of time. Like, I can literally count the number of roles that I've had that were mine, like in the bag, everything. And then because of one thing or the other, like one technicality, you don't have enough followers, no, so-and-so is this person's cousin or whatever. Technically, like, I've had a role where there were two of us. So I was happy for the person because the other person was someone I went to high school with. Don't say the name. Don't say it. Because
I'm not.
Once I get the description, you will know exactly who it is.
Okay.
We spoke the same language. We were more or less the same age. Yes, she's probably slightly my senior by like 2 or 3 years. We went to school together. So when they told me that there's 2 of you, it's you and
the person.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so, but I don't know.
Okay, cool. But anyway, so they're like, it's you and the person. Okay, yeah, I think you know, yeah.
But I have 2 people in mind, but it's fine, okay.
2 people in mind. Who's the other person?
You see, you came with that.
Okay,
You came with that.
Okay. So when they told us that the role is between myself and her, I was like, oh, okay. I got excited. I was like, oh my goodness. And then I'm like, okay, because of the numbers on social media, I was like, is that what you really want to tell me? Because of the numbers on social media? Like, really? Seriously? You know? And sometimes also, like, because I'm taller than most men in South Africa. Yeah, I'm in meters, for those who don't know, I'm 174. And on TV, you want to see a short woman, a tall man. So that has been
another thing that stands in the way.
And at the same time, you know, for someone, like, I'm born this way. Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to, like, cut my legs? Like, what must happen?
Cool. But you always go against the odds. You've always been, you can tell, why Academy to Fiverr odds. You can tell that you've always done, okay, you're going to block me here, I'm going to go there. You're going to do this here, I'm going to go there. Yeah. So it's still August. It's still our month, apparently.
I say this thing, more than anything, it's a calling.
Yeah.
If it's not a calling, I swear you will not be able to have the patience for it. You will not be able to endure everything. You will not be able to come stronger each and every time. Look, I mean, I've had a rough marriage. Well, 4 months, that is. And that was something that was supposed to have broken me. But against all odds, it made me stronger. You know, if anything, I wanted to come back harder. I wanted to fight more. You know, it was one of those things that, look, okay, cool. I had a moment of weakness and doubt and all. Because I remember, like, you know, coming from a physical abuse kind of respect, okay, not kind of, like, coming from a physical abuse relationship, you know. There were moments where really I'd get calls and it would be like, come and shoot. You got the gig, so on and so forth, and I'm like, oh, I can't come back. I'd have to come up with excuses because you
won't be able to explain it.
You understand what I'm saying? And obviously at that point in time, you want to hide such things, you know. And for me, that was like a really dark time because I couldn't even speak to my family because I remember the first time it happened, my family was like, we're not coming to the party. Like my mom, my dad, they were like, nope, we're not coming. And you know what? Like ever since then, I literally cannot. Like if I'm going through something, I can talk to my mom, but I cannot talk to my dad because the moment he looks into my face, I'm like, oh God.
Hey.
I can lie to everyone but not you because you know why? In every relationship I get into, it's like one of those things that I'm hoping and praying for a man just like my dad. So when I don't get that, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Do we stay? Do we pray that he's gonna be like that? And, I mean, you know what I mean. And especially, you know, when you come from a background where prayers, everything, it's hard because even when you say, I'm in a bad marriage, no one wants to hear it because it's like, oh, you're the woman here. You need to pray. Pray more.
Nyamezela
squad. Like, what did you do? Like,
and you know, on that, on the topic of you saying like getting out of a very abusive marriage, is that how you then became a gender-based violence activist?
Yes.
Is that when you were like,
the honest truth is that it's not that I was not aware. of what is going on. And it's not that I had not experienced any of whatever is happening, especially in South Africa right now. You understand? But it became more personal when I had a girl child.
Okay.
So it changed, like that's a game changer. Like when you are a parent, it changes everything completely. Because when you're fighting now, it's no longer about you fighting for you. You're fighting for the next generation.
True.
So everything I've been doing, it's been for the next generation. It's been for my daughter, basically, more than anything. So,
and I think that's yeah.
So as much as everything, like me and her father may have our differences and everything, but she's the greatest thing that has ever come out of it, because I am who I am because of her, because I had to become stronger and stronger and stronger every time.
I like that. Eish, Mukeli. Growth, being a mother, being a woman. Now you are able to write these stories in a music. It's gonna be so amazing. So let me get to the last part of the interview. Babes, to go live your nice life there.
Fun stuff now, like
So this is called the Instigator. It's a game, right? It's a hot seat. I'm gonna put you in the hot seat right now and instigate a few things. So, Miss Naledi Boltina, are you ready to answer my questions? Whatever reaction you give me after this answer, you definitely need to tell me why. If you roll your eyes, why are you rolling your eyes? Okay. Yeah, okay. So who would you say no to in terms of working with again between iFani and Keyez?
This is so rude. Like, your questions are so rude. Oh my goodness.
This is only the beginning and you're crying.
It's just the beginning?
It's just the beginning. Come on, Naledi.
Between iFani and Keyez, who would I say no to? If I had to, if I absolutely, totally and completely had to say no. Blood is thicker than water.
So what does that mean?
I'd say no to Keyez.
Okay. Next question. DJ Zinhle or Pearl 2C? We know you love both, so.
It's the trap. Who told you I love both of them?
Come on. Who are you gonna go with?
I would definitely. I would definitely go with. I thought I knew the answer. Pearl 2C.
Pearl. Good question.
Can I explain why though?
Wow.
I'll explain why. Because look, I don't. If anything, I'm a firm believer of African unity, right? And that is what Pearl 2C has stood on. And what other people don't understand, like on Twitter, they will drag her and say, Ungowami, wase last kitty, whatever they will say, right? And they actually don't understand. Pearl 2C has a daughter that was adopted from out of South Africa. So when xenophobia and all those things hit, they hit the heart for her. You understand? So when she stands against xenophobia, it's not only for her or for what is right, but it's also for her daughter.
Which is true. I get why you choose her. I get why you choose her. Okay, question number. Okay. Okay, Masama, question number 3. Good sex, no money, or bad sex, gang money. Oh.
Sex with me.
Bad sex, no money is on train. Okay. Zozi. Naku number 4. Naku number 4 Naledi. Zozi or Shudu?
I don't even know who Shudu is.
Okay, Gomnyongenai. So that means okay, two Zozi. All the way. Last one.
Wait, sorry. Wait, I want to ask though. Who's Shudu?
Shudu ngulunenqai umhle, bald head. She entered for Miss South Africa like now.
No.
You must...
When it comes to Miss South Africa right now, I do have my eye on somebody.
Who?
Should I promote her?
Promote her. We wanna know.
I should, right? I should.
Who? Okay,
her name is Aphelele.
You and Z are on the same page with that one. Okay, so last one.
Aphelele was my junior in junior school. And I remember in varsity I had a fashion show and all. So she was one of my models. So Aphelele.
All day, every day. Last one, and then again, because you can only work with one person between these two guys. Who is it gonna be between Wizkid and Davido? You must choose one, babes.
Oh no, let's tell her.
Oh, that's the last one. I mean, I'm done doing this to you, you know? So that's the last one.
No, but
Asisi. Can't talk along, Bob.
Ketsile. What if I choose Ice Prince again and again?
Obviously, but Sinika with Davido and Wizkid. Kaukete.
If I tell you, say I love you all.
Boom, boom.
My money, my body, my yo.
Boom, boom.
That's it, and for you.
Okay. Nana, thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining this live and hanging out with us and sharing your heart and telling us about your life. I'm sure everyone who watched this live feels like they know Naledi personally, because girl, you just like out there about who you are and you're proud of who you are. And Party42nite and myself, Pango, the OCP, we wish you all the best in terms of your music, all the best in terms of your acting career. We're looking forward to everything that you're actually gonna be bringing to the table in the industry. It's gonna be a new wave of entertainers that's gonna hit South Africa, that's gonna hit Africa, and we look forward to seeing all the greatness, my baby.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay, so to the people that just joined the live, don't despair. You will get the interview on the Party42nite YouTube channel with some spices nyana of the things that we were talking about with Naledi. We'll send everybody the link and you can go check it out in the next week or so. Nana, baby, we love you. Thank you.
Finish this conversation privately.
Let's see the Okay, sweetie. Bye, my love.
Thank you so much. Please make sure to download African King.
Yes.
I know it, and also do look out for the other song that I'm about to drop after this day. It's like 13, don't need 13, don't 30 shades. 50 shades. What is it? What's the
50 shades of grey, 50 shades of one. Toodles.
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
sweetie.
love the way you bump